Greetings. This is Scholar Saunders Singh. What's current? Late night creep. It's super late night. And across the world, it's early in the morning. I get people from Denmark. So I'm just really thankful for that. Appreciate it. Let's see what time it is in Denmark right now. It's 4:30 a.m. Japan. I have people in Japan time. It's 12:30 p.m. It's in the afternoon. They got sunlight. That's funny. All right, so we're going to jump right into this. NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy. This guy. It's crazy. He has a associate. I guess it's his cousin or his brother or something like that. His name is Sheep Herm. So, let me make sure. Herm Da Sheep. Excuse me. Herm Da Sheep. And they're pictured in a photo and a video, just very low key, just like any. But salute to Baja Jackson. Salute, sir. Crack. Nah, man. I just had, family came over. My sister and my niece and nephew came over. We had a good time. Having family time was great. Earlier, I was out, returning some things to BJ's. You don't know what BJ's is? It's a wholesale club. You buy in bulk. So, yeah, I want to get right into it. I'll tell you a little more later. Salute to Mr. Spirit McCrory, who has dropped, let me make sure, $40 on his broadcast. So we have $40 raised, $120 to go. Jackson, you can be that $120 to go. Do what you got to do. That's all I'm going to say. we already, Mr. McCoy already raised $40. So if you can just chip in whenever you feel like, feel free. All right. So, but I'm talking about NBA YoungBoy. He has money. He has enough money to, get proper videos. I mean, these videos are pretty lame. I mean, they're really sad. It's like you're in the car, you're smoking, you're sitting in the back of the Wraith with the stars in the ceiling. It's like, what? Can't you do anything creative? I'm talking about, I'm a 35-year-old man. I'm a get off my lawn kind of guy. Thank you. Okay, so $52. I said 120. Yeah, $52 raised. Thank you, Baja Jackson. I appreciate it, sir. And what is that? Minus 12. It's 108. $108 to go. We can meet this goal. We can do this. Baja, just tell, 2-3 friends, because you already chipped in a whole lot. So just tell more people about me and make sure they subscribe. Subscribe. I'm actually up to 486 subscribers. I was checking my timeline. 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I had 5 subscribers with like 60 views. It was crazy. It was wild. Like 12 years, like 10, like 14 years ago, that's what it would look like. So I'm very fortunate, and thank you all. Thank you, Spirit Smooth Tunes. I've been pushing your work. I've been making sure people know. Matter of fact, let me talk about that real quick. Make a break. Check out Pang's products. That's my friend. That's my good buddy. His not just because of my good buddy, because he has a great website and I would assume are great products. He's not come through with, the basket full of sea moss and gummies and stuff like that. But he has a great website, an excellent professional website. You can go to it. It's LIFESTRONGAPPAREL.com. Life Strong Apparel. Make sure you tell him Skylar Saunders sent you. Also, subscribe to at bjackson5478 on youtube.com. Tell him that I sent you. Again, tell him Skylar Saunders sent you. He's a great guy. He just hit me off with a beautiful amount of money. He regularly does that. He's checking to see why I'm up so late. I don't even know what side of the world he's on. I don't know if he's on the West Coast and he's Central or he's East Coast. I think he's West Coast though, because it's a little late there. It's what is it? It's what's that? 8 o'clock there. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock there. So you want to check him out. He's doing chicken. He's doing sardines. He's doing near beer. He's doing a great job. He's very entertaining and very thoughtful. So tell him that Skylar Saunders sent you. Also, this big player big baller shot caller, Spirit Smooth Tunes. If you want to listen to Najee, Sade, The Gap Band, Rolls Royce, Earth, Wind and Fire, the the Isley Brothers, Spinners. It goes on and on and on and on. Peebo Bryson, Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston, Shaka Khan. Check him out. He's a great guy. He's the biggest supporter of all my supporters. He definitely drops big money on me. So I'm promoting his site right off the top. It's Spirit Smooth Tunes. It's SPIRIT SMOOTHTUNES on YouTube.com. Tell them Skylar Saunders sent you. And if you want to be part of that great number that is consistent with their products, you can advertise or sponsor by getting in touch with me by SKYLERSAUNDERS at gmail.com. That's Skylar Saunders at gmail.com. Also, you can join Skylar's 100 Club by contributing $100 or more in a month for the broadcast. And how you do that? You hit me up on PayPal. That's one way. .me/Skylar Saunders. Venmo at Skylerize, SKYLERIZED. And my favorite, Cash App, $ SKYLERSAUNDERS1. Skylar Saunders 1. All right. So let's get back into this. Okay, okay. He's on the Southeast. He's in ATL. I call that ashes, tinder, and litter. Look up General Sherman, General William Tecumseh Sherman. See what happens. See how he treated Atlanta. Just consider what he did, to the Carolinas as well. So, and also in his Indian campaigns, he had an extraordinary life. But anyway, back to NBA YoungBoy. I see no problem with the. I mean, I just think that they could have more interesting visuals. I like the way Drake does it. Drake has acting chops, so he can maneuver through different scenes and stuff like that, and have kind of interesting videos and different visuals that are expanding. That's great. That's wonderful. I think that's great. When I see NBA YoungBoy, I'm like, and the only thing that makes it kind of cool is that they're wearing like on a team. Like they're on a team. Like they're in the NBA. They have jumpsuits on. They got they got the sweatsuits. Excuse me, jumpsuits, but sweatsuits. Matching sweatsuits. Okay, the guy's pulling his NBA YoungBoy pulling every time I want to say sheep. What is it? Herm Da Sheep. Herm's hair. It's like, and then the people on the different platforms are in an uproar, are raging. Oh my God, why are you hearing that man's hair like that? Why are you hearing that? Some goofy mess. That's all it is. It's all goofy. I mean, people take things so seriously. People take things so drastically. And the implication is that he's zesty. He's like somebody that could be like a limp wrist, something like that. Like just stereotypes that go with the homosexual crowd, gay people, and try to demean them. And you're kind of like bringing down everybody. You're bringing down the heterosexual or the professed to be heterosexual and the homosexual crowd. It's a problem. That's an issue. We have to contend with that. We have to see, that uh, the artist formerly known as Ye, Kanye West, Ye, he said you can still love your man and be manly, dog. That's what it is. They're just being very cordial with each other. They're being very friendly and cool. And they're not like fighting. That's one thing. Why isn't anybody saying that? Why is everybody? Oh, why is he holding his hair like that? Why is he holding bro like that? All this stuff? Why aren't they fighting in the streets? Why aren't they having guns out? Why aren't they having people laid out on the block? I would have liked more women to be in the video. Sexy vixens, stuff like that. If there are any more vixens, I don't think there are any more video vixens left. But it's weird. It's a very strange kind of situation to me. It's very strange. How we have to live in this era of like super, vigilant. Everything is pause. Everything's like you say that's pause. I think it's funny. It's funny when you say pause. Anybody else think that's funny? I'm just me. I guess I just think when people say pause, it's funny because like you think about it, like yeah, that was kind of like it was like I was kind of like gay, what you just said, but I know you didn't mean it that way. So they say pause, and it's like resume, you gotta keep moving. But NBA YoungBoy, the music speaks for itself. He has wait, I did a story about him not too long ago. I think he has how many albums and mixtape? He's a very productive young man. Only 24 years old. Only 24. I'm gonna see how many. And he's got kids. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Let me see how many albums he has. His discography. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums. And the last one was Don't Try This at Home that came out last year. And I Rest My Case also came out in 2003. So he's been busy. He's been very busy. He's been very busy. But it's Sean Ramsey. Pause game keeps you sharp. Salute. Yes. I agree. Now, where is that donation? So I appreciate anybody that's coming in at this time. I know it's late on the East Coast. It's late for me. I still got my eyes open. I don't know what it was, but I had some sugar earlier. So that must be what's keeping me afloat. But NBA YoungBoy, let's get straight to that again. He's wearing the green suits. He's wearing the green sweatsuits. They're going back and forth with each other. They're smoking. I guess he's allegedly smoking. That goody goody. He's got his jewelry on around his neck. He's got the drip. So it's very enlightening to see how many of these videos are we going to see. How many visuals are we going to see? Holding up the money, holding up the cash, all that, holding up the sneakers. Putting. In this particular video, they have the green suits on, and they're just like flossing them. They're trying to show them off and everything like that. But yeah, so it it's just goofy. It's just weird how people don't really respect the idea that men can be like in a bromance, I guess you could say. And it's like I don't like to use the word bromance because it's got brother in it, implications of that. But you can be strong in your own sexuality if you are a straight man, and you can be strong in your sexuality if you are another straight man, and you play around, you can clown around and stuff like that. If you're of age, of course, you're 18 or older. If you're clowning around and playing around, you're Sandusky with little boys. That's disgusting. But if you're just like fake punching and doing slap boxing and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just like this is going on a different tangent. This is a different way of expressing yourself. But I'm just tired of these lame ass videos. The same videos over and over. I had to say like I was before. I'm a 35-year-old man. I firmly believe in the idea of get off my lawn. I remember the 90s. 90s were either one or the other. They were really street and hood, and it was like they got the Timbs on, or they got the Chucks on, and they got the lowrider or the Land Rover, and it's in New York or LA or some parts of California, and you just got a feel for it. And they had like movies, they had like whole movies. Puffing them, yeah. You go back to More Money, More Problems, 1997. If you go back to Victory, what was that, 98, 99, something like that. If you go back to Hypnotized, they're whole movies. There's a plot line. There's all kinds of stuff, and those are big budget stuff. Maybe they can't afford the huge budgets that are now being poured out, but they had $1 million videos. $1 million videos. The videos cost $1 million. Big pimping off the boats and everything, and throwing up money. That's not really pimping. Throwing up money to the crowd. That's not pimping. But you know, it's it's funny. It's weird. Now you just got, oh, I got the money. Look at me. Look at the pit bulls. Look at the cars. I'm not I'm not in I don't reject the women that are in the video. Some of them are scantily clad and very vivacious and look good in the face and around and the body. So not mad at that, but if you could just have, I mean, some of the videos like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, they're very creative with WAP. That was a creative video. I mean, it's over the top. It was crazy. It was wild, but at least it was creative. At least it sparked the imagination. I'm definitely not down in NBA YoungBoy. He's probably got an album in the works as we speak, as I speak. I'm sure he has. Excuse me. Excuse me. But I'm sure he has plans for dropping another project this year or maybe next year. Um, he definitely has the knack. He has that little bit of push, and he's smart because he has people on his team now. See, that's why I'm not mad at the green sweatsuits. That's team. They got the all white, super clean Air Force One lows. It's beautiful. So I have to definitely give them credit where credit is due. And they have back and forth rap. They have call and response rapping styles on the track. What is? As a matter of fact, what is the track called? What is the track called? I'm looking for it right now. I'm trying to find out what is it called. It's a new visual show, My Bobo. I hope it's not the Willy Bobo. I don't know. I don't know about the name of that, but my Willy Bobo will be special. But it just says My Bobo. I guess he's just saying my money or my friends or something like that. Because I mean, slang changes every few hours. Like, you still use thought? Or you still use ratchet? What? That's like 10 years ago. That's like 12, 15 years ago. You can't use that. You gotta be real careful with slang. Slang. That's why words like cool can mean so many different things. It can mean both negative and positive. You had a cool reception, means that not too many people showed up to your event. You had a cool reception. You put an emphasis on it. Said it was awesome. It was packed. It was people. It was live. It was lit. I don't know. So people, take these are the troll babies that don't know that they're troll babies. They don't recognize. They don't realize it. They don't see how they're hating, but they may be objective hating, so that makes them troll babies. They don't even know what the troll babies are. They don't know what haters are. They may not know my Mr. Troy Star Terrain because he doesn't like to go. He doesn't like to go viral. He could easily. He could easily get 500,000 views, or maybe even 1,000,000 views each night. But he gets maybe 50,000, 250,000 at the most. And that's the way he's designed it, because this isn't his main hustle. His main hustle is grocery stores and the like. And he's got properties all over the country and probably extending out to the world. But I digress. Again, I always digress. NBA YoungBoy, doing the goddamn thing. Not mad at you. Keep doing it. I know, if you got 5 kids, doesn't mean anything. If you got 1 or 20 kids, you can still be bisexual. You can still have sex with men after giving birth, having babies with women. That's the difference. That's the whole difference. You can be one thing, but you can be the other thing too. But I'm saying that NBA YoungBoy, he's virile. He's very, you know, um, come out the mud, coming out the. I got 0 viewers by now, 0 viewers. I was up to about 3. We got 4 likes. Maybe the 4th one came in and came out, something like that. But yeah, so I think it's very special that he's able to do this. He's able to chart his own future. He's making tons of money. Tons of money. He's a multimillionaire at 24 years old. I know it's not, I know it's through rap, I know it's through entertainment, but god damn it, he's free. He's not locked up behind bars. He's not locked up and he's on probation, I think. He says he wants to get baptized after his ankle monitor is removed. So it's like so crazy, so many different things going on at one time. So many different things. He wants to join the Church of Latter-day Saints. Oh my god. Oh my god. So many things with NBA YoungBoy. Let me see a few more things about his life. He has health problems. Um he has depression and anxiety issues. He takes 20 Xanax pills a day. God damn. That's gotta be OD. He has mental health issues. This is ridiculous. Just a few months ago, he was on Instagram with pictures of him unconscious on the floor. This is from Wikipedia. With Xanax pills and cup of lean, creating concerns on the rapper's health. My God, there is no God, but God damn. Excuse me. Pardon me, excuse me. He does not have 5 children. He's a father of 11 children with 9 different women. 11 children, 24 years old. He's got attempted murder charges, robbery charge, juvenile detention, assault, weapons and kidnapping, assault and battery lawsuit, Miami shooting, probation violation and house arrest, probation termination and renewal, Baton Rouge, arrest for federal firearm and drug offenses, California federal firearm charge and Baton Rouge federal firearms and drug charge, Baton Rouge federal firearm and charge. So he could be behind bars. For all this, he could be behind the wall. For all we know. One day, he could. All it takes is a violation of probation, and you could be sitting behind the wall. But he's free. He may have an ankle monitor, and maybe that's the reason why. Maybe that's why they can't go all over the world and they can't create wonderful visuals, spectacular visuals with spectacle. That's the key. You know that that's what you have to have. Excuse me. But that's what you have to have. You have to have, the money in the shot, the pit bulls, the cars. They're just sitting in the wraith with the stars in the ceiling. That's it. They're trading back bars, bar for bar. It's a decent track. It's not like, whoa, this is a banger. But it's not bad. They're both their bags. They definitely created something that was of taste, something of the genre, especially where it is now. I have to keep up. YoungBoy never broke again. Well, YoungBoy NBA. That's wonderful that he's able to be free based on all those charges. I don't know how many of them got dropped or how many were dismissed, but apparently, he has his fair share. He's got health problems. He's got mental health problems. This is serious. This is serious talk. It's something that we have to pay attention to. These young people drinking lean, taking Xannies. Why take lean? It's not even recreational. It becomes an addiction. It becomes something that they can't control after a while. They have chemical dependency upon it. That's what's so, horrifying, really, about parts of this generation. I mean, you could have a bad trip back in the 60s and 70s off of LSD and PCP and things like that, mescaline, all that. 80s, crazy, cocaine powder, cocaine rock, that was super crazy. 90s, it was more like ecstasy. What we have now, Molly. And it's just, variations on the same theme. That's all it is. That's what I like about stories about young people that could be behind bars, could be locked up, but instead they chose to be victorious. And they made it out the mud. They made it out the trenches, out the hood. Sadly, young Dolph, Pop Smoke, they were in, I don't know, the right place at the wrong time, maybe something like that. But that's not an issue yet for young, NBA YoungBoy. The whole going back and forth. Oh yeah, why is he holding his hair like that? Why is he so cozied up? Look like they're brothers or cousins. So I get mixed reports, but something has to be respected on that level. All right, this is special. This is very special to me. My story has 13 likes on it so far on vocal.media. I'm going to put a link in here. So I put a link in there. Make sure you hit, hey, whoever just came in, make sure you get the 4 likes to 5 likes. You're the first person back. I've had about 3 or 4 people already, but it's money making time. I just made money just turning on this MacBook. Made $52. Who can say that? Who can say? Let's turn on the MacBook. People, you gave the word. Just not even. It wasn't even 5 or 10 minutes into the show. I get donations from Baja Jackson and Spirit Smooth Tunes. Just be honest. Just be real. Be consistent. Be true, and you'll get paid. That's all I'm doing. I'm sponsoring people. I'm advertising people. But this is different. This is a really great site. Vocal.media. It's clean. It's fun. It can get dirty if you go to filthy. But this current story means a lot to me. I wanted to have a romantic realist / fantasy story, if that's even possible, which I don't think it is. It's romantic fantasy, I guess you can say it is. But it regards a developer going into the woods, a whispering woods to be specific. He has a transformation. Thank you for that 5th like. I appreciate it. He has a transformation. He was thinking about developing the woods for condominiums, for college students, and then something special happens. I'm not going to give it away. All you have to do is read it. The name of the story is called The Business of Nature. So check it out at your leisure. Leave me a like. Leave me a comment. It's weird how the site is messed up, though, because you can't really engage with anybody unless you give them a comment. And you don't want to be like, oh, could you, make sure you check out my video. I mean, sometimes I do that. It's very rare. I give thorough analyses of the varying stories. That's what it amounted to, possibly. You'll see when you read it. All you have to do is read it, and once you read it, make sure you like, subscribe, share, pledge to my page. So I'm vocal.media /fiction / the business of nature. And my voice is crap. And I don't have any water. Hold on, I'll be right back. It's I think it's a little better now. But yeah, so you have this story. All you have to do is read it. I'm may get a banner. I need to check when this challenge is actually over. It's over with by the end of the month or next month. I'm gonna get a banner. Okay, 18 days. What's that? Today is 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you, if I must say so. I have Irish blood running through my veins. I have Italian blood running through my veins. I got Native American blood running through my veins. But I am FBA, really. I'm a foundational Black American. So that cute stuff you say, oh, but my great grandmother was white, and that's wonderful. How come nobody says, oh, my great grandmother was a big old black fat mammy? Nobody ever says that. They say, oh, but that's why my hair is so straight because I had an ancestor, a great grandfather who had exceptionally long back hair. Bullshit. You know how people do. But I digress again. This story, I think it's really cool. I think it just came to me. I was just like, came right to me, and I was like, I have to write this down, and I can only get more. That's so beautiful about this site, vocal.media. You can only get more likes. You can only get you can take away a like, but as a matter of fact, but mostly they stick, and you can't take away a view. You can't take away a read. Once it's read, it's read. You can't take it away. You can't take any reads away. So that's beneficial. I think everybody should have some way of doing this because this is the internet. It's quiet, but it's loud at the same time. It's quiet and loud, and noisy, and lonely at the same time. It's Mark Zuckerberg's life. I'm gonna put in the link once more. Is oh my god, god damn. That's me up. But yeah, so people do that. What do you say, to something like that with for people that are Irish, what do you say to them? It's their main derogatory term is Mick. They call him a Mick, or even a Scottish person, it's called a Mick. Okay. I put the link in the chat room. If you're at all interested, I'm promote it even more. 18 days. I got 18 days to promote this, so sounds good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. I enjoyed writing. That's one of the best things that can happen for you when you're not slogging through a project like, oh, when will this end? This is horrible. This is terrible. And I know people that say that they go by that line. I'm trying to think who said it. I'm looking for it now. Lori Moore apparently says it's better to write than be a writer. I can't find it. I don't know. It's not showing on here. But Google always got some various clovers on their page now, and recognition of St. Patrick's Day. But I can't say it's enough. My story, it's great. I like it. I love it. Came from my mind very simply. Very. I had to, I just freestyle kind of like right. This is a brag. This is a boast. This is a flex. I'm like Jay-Z who can just mumble his way through a rhyme and then have a whole song laid out just by going through it with his head in his head, not pen or paper. Now, of course, I have to use um, a laptop, and sometimes I use pen and pencil, pen and paper. But that doesn't deter me. That keeps me going. I keep rolling with that same kind of activity. That's what really keeps me on my point, on point. But I use, of course, a MacBook Pro, and that's what gives me the power to write the story. I don't even do the rough draft. I mean, the weird thing is, it's like it's whatever works. Whatever. I mean, it's that pragmatism that has to shine through. Sadly, it shouldn't be whatever works. It should be whatever is moral, whatever is rational. But I think it is moral and rational when you do certain things. Like most people will use a pen and paper and then transcribe it to the writing, equipment. But that's the key to all of it. That's what makes it so special. That's what makes it so great. Is the fact that there's no wrong way to write a story. To put in to eat the Reese's cup um, trademark line. I just need more. I'm greedy. That's the thing. You need more. Oh, why do we look down on the word greedy? Everything is so supposed to be greedy. We use it's like the term selfish. All these terms are just inside out. Greed is just simply a rapacious or insatiable yearning or want for more. That's all greed is. So anyone who has made more than $1 is greedy. Because why don't you just say, oh, well, I got this $1, I'm fine. No, you said, no, I gotta get $2. No, I gotta get $200. No, I gotta get $200,000. No, I gotta get $200 million. That's what I'm talking about. And partially it goes along with what the story, the theme is. The theme is preserving something by private means. That's the theme. So what is the question on that? How do you preserve something and keep it private? Why don't you do anything with it? Why do you leave it untouched? Maybe, possibly. Why do you develop it? Maybe, possibly. The whole goal of this entire situation is that we have an understanding. That's what my story talks about. It uses fantasy to create a picture of what can actually be in reality. But the fantastical elements aid that same kind of truth. They aid what it means to really be a virtuous person. and have your mind changed. And to what? Have volition. Have the voluntary mechanism that promotes life. That I think is crucial. That I think is so, special to me. I got one person. One person that's came in. Now you hit the like button. I know you're about to go out, but hit the like button before you go to, wherever you want to go. Okay, 2 people. So the both of you should hit the like button. One of you did, thank you. And the other should hit the like button too, so it'll be 7. That'd be much appreciated. I started out with a $160 goal. We are at $108 right now. All we need is $108. If you want to pop down $108, that will be highly appreciated. I'm just talking about my story on vocal.media, and this is what I'm talking about, the loud and noisy internet. Because there has to be. Just by virtue. Okay, one that came in, make it a 7. Hit that like button. And then donate too. Don't forget to donate. And subscribe. If you can't donate, hit the subscription button. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay for a subscription button to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to my broadcast. That will be optimal. Now, what I was saying is, there's got to be 10,000 or 100,000, maybe 1,000,000 vocals. Nobody talks about it. Nobody says anything. We don't ever go on the street. We're all disparate and desperate for attention on vocal. I haven't come across any Delawareans on vocal. There was a Delawarean objectivist, Dr. Michael J. Hurd, but he moved to some other state, like one of the Carolinas. So yeah, read it and share it, and like it, and subscribe, and I'm trying to think of the word. I'm losing it right now. Pledge, yes, pledge the word. Pledge is the word. I found it. Okay, so if you have not read it, make sure you read it. Make sure you share it. Make sure everyone knows about it. I think, like I said, it's noisy and quiet at the same time. It's so huge. The internet is humongous. And it's weird how I'm getting paid. I'm not getting paid through super chats or super stickers. I'm getting paid just based off of donations. Like I'm passing a digital collection plate around. That's all I'm doing. That's all this is. And I'm getting paid tax free. It's beautiful. I'm looking forward to the days I get $50,000 when. It's not far off. I'm gonna start getting those days. Because people try to tell you don't know what you're talking about. I said, I do know what I'm talking about. $600. $600 says that you have to pay taxes. And what's so beautiful is the IRS doesn't go in and look at the personal account for my brain is really fried right now. Cash App. But for the business plan, they do check your records for that. And they collect, of course. IRS is gangster. Don't mess with IRS. Or you'll be locked up, or you'll be paying heavy fines, or both. And it's sad. Because when I write my stories, they're all in, relation to, objectivist ideals. There's no such thing. Let's get this clear again. There's no such thing as objectivist art outside of Ayn Rand's 3 novels and a novelette or novella, or plays and a short story. That's the only objectivist art or writings that there is. Now, the proper term is romantic realism. You're a romantic realist. I see myself as a romantic realist, even though in this genre I had to use fantasy, so it's like romantic fantasist, I guess you could say, like I was saying earlier. This is the best part of all of this, though, to get the money. Like, there's a young lady that's on there. She's like, "Well, I didn't sign up for the money." Well, I was like, "I did. I signed up for this money." You can't you can't go to the store that I know of. Maybe somewhere in hippy dippy California, Berkeley or something like that, or maybe in Amsterdam or somewhere crazy. You can show them how many followers you have and how many likes you have and some subscribers you have, and that suffices for a meal. Maybe they are doing that. I don't know. Maybe there's currency in attention. I don't know. All I know is I'm getting money from these sites, and I'm in high pursuit for a prostitute, i.e., a website that pays. I've tried other websites, but Vocal is the most lucrative site I've ever been on. Closest thing, and that's the company payouts. Company payouts have garnered me close to $2,000, maybe a little over that. I've gained $2,000 plus from YouTube, so I'm very, very fortunate, very much so. That's what gives me my juice. This is what gives me my earnings. It's you gotta fight. This everybody has a struggle period. Mr. Choice Our Terrain, Dr. Jerome Brook, Ayn Rand had to work senseless, useless, doesn't mean anything jobs. But they persevered. They kept going. Miss Rand used to sell newspaper subscriptions. She was a tour guide. These are meaningless positions. It meant that she could eat that night. That's about the only meaning it had, and she had a roof over her head. But she is a writer and philosopher. You got Dr. Jerome Brook. He wanted to come to this country, and he said the best thing to do was to get a master's degree and then get a doctorate to make him look good as a representative, as someone who will be representing the United States of America as a citizen. He had trying times with his wife. They had 2 sons. They tried to, keep it together, keep the household together. And they succeeded, and they won. Dr. John Brook went on, and did very well. Troy Dr. Rain, he worked in the mailroom. He worked, then he got this, he got entwined with the different record labels, WEA, Warner Electric, Atlantic. And he took on the role. And they all succeeded. Miss Rand, she became an American hero. She delivered works that stood and continue to stand the test of time. Dr. Jerome Brook was the president of the Ayn Rand Institute for 17 years. Now he does speeches and hosts a YouTube show as well. Mr. Choice Starts to Rain. He was drinking quarter waters and having 50-cent sandwiches. Now he's a multimillionaire with a strong network and multiple ways of earning cash. So this is my struggle period. This is the period where I go through, the ringer, understanding what it really means to take on all the issues and the problems of the world and things that really creep up and try to scare you. But that's the gist of it. It's just to do it. Go live. Write a story. They're always saying go live. I can't go live on BLK though. I'll have like 3 people watching, if that. I'll be lucky to get 1 person. It's a different era. It's a different era. That's what I love about this. That's what I love about TikTok. I love about YouTube. I love about so many other sites that are huge that everybody knows about. The vocal's not huge yet. I think they may get there. It's not yet huge. Probably because people think they're doing homework. Writing feels like homework sometimes. It shouldn't. That's like the ketchup bottle by Aaron Sorkin. He said if it feels like you're going through each line of dialogue or action sequence, and it feels like a ketchup coming out of a bottle, a glass bottle. Stop. Put everything down. Go somewhere. Go listening to music. Ride and walk around the block. Do whatever you need to do to create a safe space for you to continue to be creative, to continue to be yourself. That's what I really think is crucial. We have so many different ways of expressing ourselves that it mounts up. But there have to be sites. I'm in hot pursuit for another channel, another video, another article. Now, I know Wattpad, and I know Medium. But I'm very confused with both of them. I'm kind of confused with Vocal, but I understand it more. It's been 7 years almost since I joined Vocal. God damn. Time, man. It just keeps ticking on. It doesn't stop for anyone. It doesn't say, hey, we'll give you a grace period. Here's 20 years. It doesn't work like that. So you have to read this story, The Business of Nature, by yours truly. Thank you very much for looking into it. If you haven't, make sure you do. Make sure you tell friends. Make sure you go on the X and Threads and Instagram and Snapchat and just tell every single human being you possibly know that's on the internet about my story. I wrote it very simply and very quickly, actually. Didn't take me too much time to do it. So I appreciate all the respect and honor that you have given me over these few months, really, a few years of vocal. So I thank you. And I'm tired as hell right now, as you can see. But I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Take care.